For 5 long years, Christmas had passed the Adeyemi family by like a forgotten song. Lagos had taken them in, loud, restless, unforgiving, but it had also swallowed their traditions, their laughter, their hometown joy. Each December, they promised, next year we will go home. And each year, something stopped them. But this year was different. This year, hope came early. Inside their modest but warm apartment in Lagos, Christmas lights blinked softly against cream-colored walls. The smell of fried chicken, jollof rice, and freshly baked meat pies filled the air. Laughter echoed, real laughter, the kind that had been missing for years. "This is it," Mr. Adeyemi said, smiling as he folded clothes into a travel bag. "We are finally going home." His wife, Mrs. Adeyemi, paused, her eyes shining. "5 years," she whispered. "Mama will cry when she sees us." Their only child, Tommy, jumped around the room in excitement. "We're going to the village. I'll see my cousins," Tommy added. "I'll finally ride Grandpa's old bicycle again." That night, they prayed together, thanking God for safe travels, for provision, for reunion. The weeks before Christmas were filled with movement. They bought bags of rice, cartons of noodles, new clothes for relatives, shoes for cousins, perfumes, toys, chocolates. Mrs. Adeyemi labeled every box carefully. "This one is for Auntie Bisi. This is for Grandma. These shoes are for your cousin." Tommy watched in awe. "Why do we buy so much?" Tommy asked. His father smiled softly. "Because Christmas is not just about us. It's about sharing joy." Their car, a neat, well-maintained SUV, was serviced and checked twice. "We'll leave very early," Mr. Adeyemi said. "We'll avoid night travel." Everything was planned. Everything felt right. On the morning of their departure, Lagos was unusually calm. The sky was pale blue, as if even the heavens approved their journey. Tommy plugged in his earphones, humming Christmas songs. Mrs. Adeyemi sat in front, holding a small Bible on her lap. "Let us pray again," she said. They prayed. The car moved. Lagos faded behind them. Home was ahead. Hours passed. The road narrowed, trees grew thicker, phone signals weakened. Suddenly, Mr. Adeyemi slowed down. "Why is the road blocked?" he murmured. A falling tree lay across the road. Before he could reverse, guns raised, faces covered, voices cold. "Everybody calm down," Mrs. Adeyemi screamed. Tommy froze. "Come out of the car, now." Mr. Adeyemi's hands shook as he stepped out. The boxes of gifts lay forgotten in the trunk, symbols of joy turned meaningless in seconds. They were dragged into the forest. Christmas died on that road. The forest was dark, damp, and unforgiving. They were tied together. Tommy cried until his voice broke. "Mommy, I'm scared." Mrs. Adeyemi tried to sing a Christmas hymn, her voice trembling. The kidnappers demanded money. 10 million naira, they said, "or you die here." Days blurred together. Hunger, fear, mosquitoes. Prayers whispered in the dark. Mr. Adeyemi blamed himself. "I should have listened. I should have traveled by bus. I should have waited." Hope grew thin, but it didn't die. Back in the village of Ayetoro, Christmas had already arrived, even without the Adeyemi family. Palm fronds were tied to gates. Goats were being fattened. Drums rested against walls, waiting to speak. Grandmother Adeyemi sat on a wooden stool outside her house every morning, holding her walking stick tightly. "They should be here by now," she said softly. Neighbors smiled. They are coming. Lagos people always like to surprise us. Mrs. Adeyemi's younger sister swept the compound repeatedly. Tommy will be dusty from the road, she laughed. I'll bathe him first. Food was cooked in excess. Rooms were cleaned twice. Beds were laid out. The village waited. Christmas Eve came. No car, no phone call. At first, they blamed network issues. The road is bad, someone said. They may stop to rest, another suggested. But night fell and the road stayed silent. Grandmother Adeyemi didn't sleep. Her heart felt heavy in a way she couldn't explain. On Christmas morning, the phone rang. It was not a greeting. It was a whisper filled with fear. They have been kidnapped. The broom fell from her sister's hand. A scream tore through the compound. Neighbors gathered. Whispers spread like harmattan fire. Kidnappers? On Christmas? God forbid. The drums that were meant for celebration stayed silent. Food went untouched. Children were called indoors. Christmas died in Adeyemi's family house that morning. The elders gathered under the big Iroko tree. They sought for solutions. They argued. Why travel by road? Why now? Is Lagos money not enough to take a plane? But deep down, everyone knew this could have been anyone. In Lagos, the story broke quietly at first, then loudly. A family of 3 kidnapped while traveling for Christmas. Pictures appeared online. Their smiling family photo, once a symbol of joy, became a headline of fear. Television anchors spoke solemnly. This is becoming a recurring tragedy. Radio stations debated safety. Social media erupted. Some prayed, some blamed, some mocked. The Adeyemi family, still in captivity, had no idea the world was watching them suffer. At the police station, Mr. Adeyemi's brother sat slumped. Officers scribbled notes. We are investigating, one said flatly. Investigating how? The brother asked, voice breaking. We advise you to cooperate with the kidnappers. The words felt like betrayal. No rescue team, no forest search, just paperwork and silence. Negotiation and fear. The kidnappers called again. Their voices were calm. Time is running. Every call aged Mrs. Adeyemi's sister by years. They sold land, borrowed money, begged friends. The ransom was raised not because help came, but because the family sacrificed everything. One cold morning, they were untied. Go, the kidnapper said, and don't look back. They ran, barefoot, broken, alive. But something inside them never returned. They didn't go home. They couldn't. Instead, they boarded a vehicle back to Lagos. When the Adeyemi family returned to Lagos, they looked like shadows of themselves. Tommy stopped speaking for days. He startled at every loud sound. Mrs. Adeyemi woke up screaming at night. Mr. Adeyemi sat for hours, staring at nothing. Freedom had come, but peace did not. Tommy refused to sit near the windows. Mrs. Adeyemi couldn't cook without shaking. Mr. Adeyemi avoided the road completely. Christmas songs became unbearable. Red and green decorations triggered tears. The news moved on. Another story replaced theirs. But the trauma stayed. The village waited for them to come back. They never did. One quiet evening, as fireworks echoed in distant neighborhoods, Mr. Adeyemi finally spoke. No more journeys home. Mrs. Adeyemi nodded. We survived, she whispered. That must be enough. Tommy listened quietly. In Ayetoro, rooms remained untouched. Grandmother Adeyemi stopped sitting outside. When people asked, she only said, they are alive. That is my Christmas. For the Adeyemis, Christmas never came. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing stories. I love you all. Bye.